Commencing transmission. Engaging disclaimers. Proxy chain initialized. WFTA TV is now on the air.
Good morning. This is WFTA Television, commencing broadcast activities for today. WFTA broadcasts on YouTube. WFTA is owned by Weird Fantastic Toy Adventures. Our programming is brought to you live via the interwebs on videotape and film. We invite you to join us for another day of broadcasting on WFTA, your YouTube toy channel.
You are watching WFTA Television.
Saturday night, folks. It's late night here on Weird Fantastic Toy Adventures. I'm Bill, and let's see what's going on over here in the chat. Lax Sivrak is here, Bjorn Jorgensen's here, George Valentine is here. Ferris Bueller obviously came in a little earlier. Toys of a Time Gone By is here. Good to see you. Cool intro, Bill. Thank you. Yes, thank you. So I'm glad everyone is here. I'm glad like Sivrak is feeling better. He says, I'm on the mend. Well, good. I'm glad to hear that. Slowly though, he says. Okay. He's cooking dinner, right? And OBS is here and says hello to all. Hey, OBS. And there, of course, Stories of a Time Gone By saying, cool. Bjorn's here as well, so y'all behave. Yeah, like's been sick. So I think that got just about everybody caught up that I can see. Let me make sure by going over here and going up this list a little bit. George Valentine, Ferris Bueller, Bjorn Jorgensen, Motu Jonezer, Black Sivrak, Boys of a Time Gone By, OBS, Mike Fee, hello, sir. Johnny Sorensen here as well. Good to see you, Johnny. Okay. And OBS says, I just had chicken in the crock, sweet and sour with potatoes and carrots. All right, sounds good. I already eaten and I'm full, but man, if I hadn't, I'd want to go over there to OBS's house and eat up. All right, let's get Jonezer in the house and let's get these investigations underway.
What's up, everybody? It's Jonezer, your favorite comic book guy. So let's do this! It's you.
And I'm a lawyer.
It's you.
No, it ain't. But yeah, whatever.
It's you.
It's coffee time now. You better believe it, girl. We got it right here. Got a Jonezer cup and I got a Weird Fantastic cup. Believe me, Jonezer, I am going to buy a cup from you, and then one night I'm going to be drinking from your cup and you'll be drinking from mine.
Well, say I got me one of yours. So yeah, that actually God was nice enough to offer up, or maybe the Department of Justice offered up. I was confused by the post.
I looked at
somebody, however, whom is anonymous and cannot be reached, seen, found, or heard, is offering up a coffee cup for any investigation to reveal the no good bastard that's been putting up trolling videos about my missing hand.
Speaking of which, Jonezer, speaking of which, a brand new video just appeared today.
Poo on this video.
Well, now wait a minute. Now things are getting kind of a little bit antsy here, because apparently you, sir, had an interview with Larry King behind my back, mind you, and the video proof is there, and we're going to show it right here on tonight's show.
Well, I would love to see me in this video of fabrication of whatever's going on.
I haven't seen the whole thing, so let's watch this together, and we'll see what's going on.
I haven't seen this at all.
The trolling hand. Yes, exactly. The trolling hand. There we go. So let's take.
I smell a work too, Lack. I'm smelling it, and I'm looking at my bearded partner here. I think he's pulling my leg.
Not I.
One of you.
Not I.
One of you is.
Well, here.
Let's take
a look at this and determine for ourselves. That's a lie down there at the bottom. I didn't give this to them. They took it.
Welcome to Larry King Live. Now, here's Larry King.
He's called the bad boy of comedy. Quite a name for himself. Probably a name you can't say on television, but a name nonetheless. The person here in our Hollywood studios will be taking your calls later at 213-469-5533. Your phone calls will be included. This is Larry King Live in Los Angeles with this great crew out here on the West Coast at CNN. We'll be right back. How are you reacting then to all of this happening off what you do, not what you are?
I am crazy enough to commit crimes against myself, so let's not rule me out quite yet.
I mean, the shtick you do, the acting you do, is you.
You know, there's a thing about the trolls. The trolls live under the bridge, and then everybody's got to cross the bridge. And it's fine crossing the bridge. Then you get some maniac like me who's going to get freaking dynamite and a little freaking push thing, and I'm going to blow the damn bridge up with the troll in it.
Do you like any of this, though, frankly?
That is true. And when people constantly mess with me, it makes me more unhinged.
We'll be right back. Hello.
Yeah,
This is actually pretty
How you
gripping.
doing, Larry?
Yeah.
Well, it's fantastic. I want to say that I
I'm on the edge of my seat
call,
here.
actually. I had a friend of mine get in for me. Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Like,
I
shit,
think
what am I going to
when
say
you're
next?
at the top, people tend to want to pull you down. And I think that Andrew's experienced something that I experienced, and I think it's pretty much just a phase, you might say.
I'm going to check if this is you, okay? Hello?
Yes.
Where did I last see you?
You came in and you sat next to me with your bad breath in Spago.
Wrong. But that guy does a great Stallone.
I guarantee you the person that's doing this is a friend of this channel, a friend of mine, a friend of yours, and like you said, is doing this in a little ha-ha.
Welcome to Larry King Live.
Okay. There.
Wow.
That was surprisingly well done.
That was very well done. I was even on the edge of my seat. I'm like, wow, how am I going to respond to this question? What's a little alarming, Bill, is I knew I was a crazy maniac, but seeing my own self as a crazy maniac back at me, what was a little weird. You know, like I threatened to blow up bridges and trolls, and
I wish I could show
forgot
this
what
up on the
point you were.
screen, folks, but earlier today, Motu Jonezer came in here and said Larry King has bad breath.
I did. Wow.
That
Okay, let me ask you something, Bill.
That's you know, I'm just saying. You said that.
Well, one of the things Larry leads with here is that I could be doing this to myself. Now, let me ask you something. Have you seen Fight Club?
Yeah, I have.
Okay, you remember the crazy guy in Fight Club? He was two people and didn't know it. Why two people and don't know it? Nah. One of you. Either Bill, or it's one of you in the chat, or it's some other asshat that's messing with me, and then god dang it, I'm gonna get you.
Okay, I'm back. What did I miss? Says Bjorn. Oh, you missed an interview with Jonezer by the late, great, dead Larry King. I was amazed. First rule of Fight Club is what? Don't talk about Fight Club. What's the second rule of Fight Club? You don't talk about Fight Club.
You know, the other thing about Fight Club is you make sure you whip the other guy's ass. Like, that's the whole reason you're here, you know? Dang it.
Jonezer had the Trump interview in his feed where he told Larry he had bad breath. That's exactly how I saw that. What's up, Jeff?
That was one of the greatest things ever. Like, you know, the guy just looks right at him and just
Says, you know what? You're a horrible person. Your breath stinks. I love it. Yeah, I heard this, Mike. I heard that somebody invaded your live and talked about this nonsense.
Ferris
And, you know,
Bueller,
and-
he was
and
up here earlier as well.
Bow, bow. Bow, bow, bow.
It's amazing. Well, I don't know how long this is going to go on for, but right now it's entertaining, and I think it's funny. I think it's funny as hell. As a matter of fact,
I think it's funny. I think it's funny that one of you little freaking butt trolls are messing with me. And, you know, I want to see how you guys would feel if you had this nice, you know, toy set and then you freaking lost a hand And then everybody got it. That's like one of the most terrible things that could happen. You look through your whole damn collection. I moved every single thing behind me. I don't know. Can you see stuff behind me? I moved it. I moved it all looking for this stupid hand, and I can't find the dang thing. And then now somebody's got to keep making videos. Even you did it, picking on me about it. And I'm sick up and fed.
Sick up and fed.
Dang it.
Bjorn says, I think Jonezer knows who it is, and this is all just a charade. A charade.
Possible. But I can only say the same thing the rest of you numbnuts are saying. I didn't do it.
Just what a guilty person would say. As a matter of fact, I've seen the list of suspects, and you're right there on it.
Yeah. You know, it's funny because that is my style of investigating. You're all guilty until proven innocent. That's how we do this. So everybody's guilty, and then we work backward to try to figure out who the innocent people are. And I do have a couple people that I've crossed off my list that I think are either not capable of doing this or don't have the ability or the technology or no motive. See, the person that did this, they have the means and the motive. And I don't think I know of anybody, Bill, that has more means and motive than you. Saying.
Lack thinks that this is a work shoot.
Well, shoot, I'd like to go to work rather than deal with this crap. You know, that's for dang sure. You know what I'd like? I like to find the hand. If I find the hand, I think it all ends. Then you can make whatever stupid video you want. I'll just be like, whatever. I got my stupid hand. So,
as OBS said earlier, till the hand is found, this continues.
What?
Right there on the screen. You read it for yourself.
Really? Interesting.
Nobody was in that room but you, Jonezer.
Oh, I know it. But you know what? All of you were in both chats when it happened.
Yeah.
And no, I am not sure I'm ever going to find that hand. I feel like it went into the vortex. It went into the freaking whatever, the between pocket dimensions. Like I have been on my hands and knees. I was under every table. That thing is gone.
Well, Bjorn's asking if you ever even had it in the first place. Yes, it was. And the video proof is there. You can see the little hand pop out and going out when it says there it goes on the bottom of the screen. That's a little hand popping out going into the floor. And you can see where the trajectory it takes. And then he took his big butt down there and wallowed down there in the floor to try to find it, and it was gone. It's like a little gremlin came out and snatched it up and carried it back into gremlin land. Or,
you know, Bill, I even watched the video back to try to see the trajectory of which this thing went, and then narrowed my search into that area and still couldn't find it.
Apparently, Lack, to answer your question, is it in the little keyboard cubby? He has assured me, so I have to take him on his word, that he has moved everything in the room and looked in every nook and cranny of every place in that room.
Yeah.
Donnie Sorensen says, if you know the location of the missing hand, call the number on your screen now.
Yes, there's a reward. My son behind me right now, and he's vouching for me. He's came back here and saw me. It's psychopathic, hands and knees, moving everything around, looking. In fact, I made a total wreck of our air hockey table over here. It's got everything piled up on it. When I moved everything, trying to look, maybe it's in there.
Black Sivrat says you obviously haven't looked in every.
Well, yeah, obviously, unless I mean, I don't know. I think like when it hit the floor, it broke the time-space continuum and went into another dimension because it is just gone.
Okay, that's a possibility, highly improbable possibility, but it does exist. I get.
Because otherwise, I would have found it. I would have found it. So it teleported or it moved.
Well, that's
well, remember that show
well,
Quantum
you would have
Leap?
found it. Yeah. Okay. What's
Right.
your address? I'll be over and I'll find it, says Bjorn.
Yeah, like that show Quantum Leap. It leaped. It's somewhere else now. You know.
It was a pack rat. It was a very, very big pack rat, says Captain Spaulding. Welcome back, Captain Spaulding. Haven't seen you in a while. Good to have you here, sir.
You know,
it's in the sock
swept
dimension.
The floor. I swept the floor. I moved every figure on this shelf, every castle. I even looked in this little hole in this table, thinking it might have went down that leg and all the way down to the bottom. And I lifted up the leg and I crawled out onto my belly with a flashlight. And I mean, I'm sweating and I got cobwebs and freaking floor dirt all over me because this is a concrete floor basement.
You missed out. You missed out on a gold opportunity for your channel, Jonezer. Had that been filmed, I think that you probably would now be past the 500 mark.
Honestly, you'd have put me in the loony bin if you'd have seen what that looked like because I was freaking a crazy person.
Mr. DJ Longhair back with us tonight. Good to see you, sir. It's been a while, but he's been busy over there doing his thing, doing his giveaways and doing his magic and playing the game. So if y'all get a chance, check out Mr. DJ Longhair if that's in your bag. It went off
Absolutely.
to Jonezer's left or right. It went off to his right. And Radical Mom is here. Hey, Radical Mom, good to see you. And Jeff says, I beat you tonight, Mary. And
I wonder if it went inside Snake Mountain.
That's what OBS has been trying to say, that it went in one of the castles over there.
That would be interesting. I'll have to look at that later.
Thank you, Bjorn. Getting Mr. DJ Longhair's link out there for us. And Lax Sivrak, who knows Captain Spaulding, is greeting him with gusto there. Bjorn says, check it out now. Check it out now.
Check it out now.
Check it out
now. Your brother. Out now. Punk your brother. You know what? Fuck you, Skeletor.
I ain't going up there.
I ain't going up there.
Jeff says you got to move all that shit out of the way first.
I do.
OBS with words of wisdom, it's in the place that you haven't looked in yet.
You know, that's probably true. Or it leaped into the pocket dimension, into the nether realm, which I think is much more likely.
Enjoy.
This is a great opportunity to show off all my toys, too.
Perfect. Keep
you know
doing
what?
it. Keep doing it because they're rolling in. The viewers are rolling in right now as you're doing all this. Yeah, there we go. Skeletor. I got battle armor too, He-Man.
Here comes the castle. Snaky Mountain.
I don't know if he's got boxes on the floor on him or not.
I did.
Bjorn says that he has 100% success rate method for finding things that he's lost. Okay, that's pretty cool. I don't have that success rate, sir. I'm envious.
Yeah.
Battle Armor Skeletor is Jeff's favorite. OBS says Skeletor took it.
Going with it's not in here.
Wah, 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 folks. It's not there. Investigations must continue. Black says, did you empty the boxes that were under your desks at that time?
I did that too.
Have you lost anything else lately? His mind, Bjorn. He lost his mind.
Yeah, that's true. What's funny is I had them, wasn't them Dick Tracy toys, and then even the.
He said, like says, check in the dungeon.
That's what we're doing.
Jeff says the snake ate it.
Yeah, it could be.
And Lack, once again, with Captain Spaulding, he's Captain Obvious. Says, well, it looks like you're up shit creek.
Yeah, that's where we've been for a while.
OBS says that it's in Castle Grayskull because it quantum leapted. Okay.
That could be. That would be weird. It is not in Snake Mountain, so we can cross that off the list.
Jordan says, every single time I've lost something, I look for something else, and I've found everything so far.
Maybe. But that bared no fruit.
None.
So, yeah, all those boxes are up on this table, and that will be quite the undertaking, but that's going to be tomorrow's. I've checked the long boxes of comics, too. I pulled every comic box off, too. Which is weird because that's over there, and it went this way. And this is literally the corner of the room.
Mary says it has to be there somewhere, Jonezer.
Okay. I spent at least 2 or 3 hours looking for that damn thing the day it happened, to the point where I was almost frantic and crazy. And here's where the story gets even sadder. I decided, you know what? What is an hour of my time? What is it worth? Right? I looked in the poster tube. I did that. Not in the poster tube.
Captain Spaulding says that Fisto got it because he has a fist fetish. Ooh, gross. Johnny says it's always in the last place you look, so look there you must. Look first there you must.
Right.
I thought it went the other way from what I've seen, says Mary.
It did. It did. It went this way.
Yeah, it did. We've rewatched that video over and over again. So we've got the missing hand mystery. Then we've got who's making these videos mystery.
What's funny, she says, or All Music Fan says, Dusty, you need to clean, you'll find it. I did clean. I swept this whole floor. It's been a month since this happened.
As oh, I remember the day that he cleaned the room, and I told him, I said, don't throw the stuff away that you're sweeping up on the floor till you go through it. Dumbass threw it away any damn way before.
Well, no, I did go through it. There was no metallic hand in there. It was just dust and dirt and dust bunnies and spider webs and, you know, hurt feelings and Jonezer tears, but no Colossus hand. But anyway, I figured, okay, what's an hour of my time worth? Because I already spent 3 hours on this thing, right? Well, I looked on Macari and I saw they had a Colossus arm and hand for $7. And, you know, I was like, you know what? I make more than $7 an hour. So I'm going to just buy the mother freaking thing and be done with it. But guess what? Dang hand
don't fit.
It's too big. It didn't fit, but it's the right fist for a Marvel Legends Colossus figure. But it's got to be smaller than the Build-A-Figure version, which I wasted $7 on. So if anybody's looking for the right arm with hand for a Colossus Build-A-Figure, I got you.
Uh-oh, like Sivrak says, Captain Spaulding, are you the Captain Spaulding, my brother? I'm thinking you are an imposter. Uh-oh.
Now, this happens.
Now, Jeff, you're making yourself look guilty here by mentioning Dr. Claw.
I'll get you, Gadget. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm sure I'll go through the boxes, and you know what? When I do, I'm not going to say if. I'm going to say when I do find this thing. I am hoping that this troll crawls back into the freaking hole that it spawned from, and just pisses off and goes away. But until then, I will find you. Don't we have something else to do? Talk about this crap? You know, we got like memes or like wrestling
Well,
or like
sure we do.
This a
Let's
toy
go ahead.
channel
Let's go ahead and do our memes of the week and get that started, because I know everybody's been itching for it.
Screw this stupid investigation crap.
Oh, so now we're going to screw the investigation. All right.
Well, it's not like that's getting any there.
Here we go, folks. Memes of the week.
Memes of the week. Memes of the week.
Well, while the intro to memes of the week was playing, Bjorn says you should frame it when you find it.
Oh no, it's going back in the box with Juggy and Colossus, and then we're gonna be very careful if we ever open that again.
Jeff says when you find it, we will have a party.
I know I will, and I'm gonna have a party by my damn self where I invite none of y'all because one of you is guilty.
Lex says, I think, no, we like the missing hand. OBS says, hand memes. Bjorn says, I think I know where it is. Uh-oh, well, tell us there, Bjorn, since you know. Put it in a frame if you find it, says Mary. All right, well, it's time for memes of the week. Let me get those up here so that we can start watching. Oh, wrong one. Grief. Here it is. All right, I don't think that means what you think it means.
Right. You keep saying that word.
Bill will make a found hand video if you find it. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. It all depends. And Mary says, it's not me, Jonezer. Don't be telling him that. That makes you appear to be guilty. And Lax got a new hashtag. Hashtag Bjorn knows. All right. Do you ever just forget to hide your expressions for a minute and then you're like, whoa, I didn't mean to make that face out loud?
Yeah, I got a buddy at work. We call him RBF. He has the resting bitch face.
Yep. At a restaurant, would you like a table? No, not at all. I came here to eat on the floor. Carpet for 5, please.
Miss Cat Williams.
I like Cat. He's pretty cool. He tells her like it is. That he does. All right, next meme. You remind me of a software update. Whenever I see you, I usually think, not now.
Most of the people I encounter in my everyday life.
I love sarcasm. It's like punching people in the face, but with words.
Man after my own heart.
Everyone has a plan till they get punched in the mouth.
I think it was Joe Lewis that said that first. I could be mistaken. And I think it was more everybody has a plan until they get hit. Lack's a boxing guy like me. He probably knows. Was it Joe Lewis that said that first?
Might have been. Answer, Lack. You probably do know. I think it goes along the lines of, everybody's a gangster till there's gangster shit to do.
Right. Well, I mean, think about it. You know, you have a fight plan. You're like, I'm gonna work the job. Whoa, what in the ass is going on there?
That's sad. We'll get to that in just a second. You were still talking, but I think I ruined it for you. Okay, appreciate what little you have, because some people have to eat blankets because they have no food.
Yeah, that's sad that she's just so hungry. I'm sure that's all that's going on there.
Yeah, right. Being an adult is having an entire cupboard filled with cups that you never use but don't want to get rid of.
You tag my wife in that.
Mary says Lack knows. Okay, I don't know what he knows, but
he knows if Joe Lewis said that.
He has allegedly been sick, so
yeah, he thought Tyson said it. I think Tyson stole it from Joe Lewis.
Okay, probably right, but he probably heard it from his coach.
Heard it. Yeah, who got it from Joe Lewis? I'm sure of it now. Casdiamato.
Cobra, our disguises are flawless.
Absolutely. Never see them freaking blank wannabes.
True. My piggy bank be looking like this.
That piggy's seen better days.
He's starving to death. No money's in him. I bet jellyfish are sad that there are no peanut butter fish. Like says his dad said it long before Tyson did.
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure. I think Joe Lewis is the guy. I'm going to stick with that.
And now here's a road built by the Romans 2,000 years ago, and here's a road built by my city 20 months ago.
Yep. That tracks. That absolutely tracks.
Don't lie. You see what I see. Whoa. This is why we're friends.
Whoa.
Look at it again.
I get it, but whoa. Whoa.
See, you saw the same thing the rest of us saw, so that means that you're just as twisted as we are.
And blink and you'll miss it.
This is me trying to think of a way to instantly retire so I don't have to go to work in the morning.
Yeah, every day.
Every freaking day.
Yeah,
Bjorn says, what kind of show is this?
Sit there
you're just as twisted as we are, Bjorn. Welcome to the Twisted Club. I only choose to see it. Okay. Heads up, guys. There's some real weirdos in this group here. Someone messaged me asking to meet up in the woods for a naked satanic ritual, and then they didn't even show up.
How disappointing. I hate it when that happens to me.
The biggest scam in life: paying taxes on money you make, paying taxes on money you spend, and paying on taxes on things that you already own, that you already pay taxes on with the money that was already taxed.
That's pretty much life. If they could find a way to tax that meme, they'd do that too.
They put people in jail for memes in England.
That's insane.
Mate, can I have some pizza and a beer? Well, bro, can you put your dick and make it touch your asshole? Sure I can. Good, then go fuck yourself, cause this shit's mine.
Until we meet again.
And Toys of a Time Gone By says, that is so true, we are taxed out the wazoo. We are definitely the only country with freedom of speech and rapidly losing it, rapidly losing it, sir.
Well, you can use it all you want, just not on their platform.
Sometimes I sit quietly and wonder why I'm not in the mental asylum, and then I take a look at everyone around me and think, maybe I am.
That one hurt a little, Bill.
Yeah, well, some of these memes do hurt. That's why they're so funny. Oh, my cold dead hands, says Lackey. Yeah. Got Mr. DJ Longhair. He's still with us, so that means that we are captivating tonight. You want to make fun of this, but I'm too impressed.
TikTok. Guy built a full-blown apartment on top of his truck. Like, he had generators and freaking water tanks, and it was impressive, dude. Full-blown freaking mobile living station.
Once again, as soon as I saw this, I knew that this had to be played while we were watching this. All right, next. Hillbilly style. Yeah, there you go. That's what you call full-blown Beverly Hillbillies right there.
Oh, next thing you know, old Bill's a millionaire.
I wish I was. God damn it. That moment when time stands still. We'll just let y'all look at that for a moment. Toys of a Time Gone By says that was the junk guy that picks up the stuff around his town. Jonezer, Instagram banned my account with over 100,000 followers because I said that that place over there at the end of the Mediterranean Ocean wasn't a country until 1948, which is
God,
true.
you are not afraid to say that word. Are you fucking kidding me?
The best one is the Hogan. YouTube bans you for saying that comment. Yes. Yeah, I was put in Instagram jail for no reason, says the Toys of a Time Gone By. But getting back to freedom of speech, I mean, you can't say what you want to say here on the Tubies because the Tubies will ban your butt. Or
I don't know. I think sometimes we
shadow
jump
ban
in our
you
own
into oblivion
too much. To comply with the order is to accept the order, my friend.
You know, you have to decide which mountain you want to die on, I guess. I scream, you scream, the police come, it's awkward. Food delivery asked me for proof that I didn't receive my order. I sent them these pictures.
God. His empty plate and his empty hand and his empty doorstep, and
he scratches his head, looks under the mat.
Yeah. Proof I didn't get it.
Yeah. I mean, what more can you give them? I mean, god dang, I didn't get it, damn it. Everyone talks about an inner child. I have an inner old lady who says inappropriate things and judges everyone and wants to be in bed by 8 p.m. This one hurt.
The one that got me was when the Blanche said she was 44 years old. I was like, damn, I'm a golden girl.
Yeah. Damn, it ain't under the mat either. No, it wasn't. I didn't get my food, damn it. I want my money back or my food won. So, Susan, I see that you have eggs and bacon. I happen to love eggs and bacon. This is every animal that I've ever owned right here.
Right. I sees you's got a sandwich, and I sees I's got no sandwich.
Boys with time gone by and usually in bed by 8 p.m. as well. We're getting old, folks. When you look at that clock and it's 3:16, Jones are having to go do some parenting duties. Fuck yeah, I love eggs and bacon too. I want to pause the memes of the week here so that Jonezer can be back for these. Fuck yeah, I love some eggs and bacon too. That's early, 8 p.m. Yeah, well, wished I was retired, then it wouldn't be early anymore. Black says I eat a dozen eggs a day. Oh, you sound like Cool Hand Luke. I can eat 50 boiled eggs. Jeff says I work at Target. They'll keep you up till 11 p.m. I'll bet. Austin 316 promo was definitely one of the top 5 promising ever. You go, Bjorn? Absolutely. And Jonezer has returned from parenting duties. As we move on to the next meme, gave me a chance to catch up the chat. Thanks.
You got it, my friend.
Evidence of global warming, folks, and there it is, right there before you.
The drawers.
Draws. I could maybe do 50 eggs if I hadn't eaten in a couple of days.
Is it bad? I'm still wearing the 9,000 drawers. The 900 drawers.
The big old pantaloons there. Oh, that's
You know,
kind of what I wear. I
me.
wear the boxers. So 11 p.m. Try 2 p.m. I mean 2 a.m. probably. I keep you up past that because you're on a different time zone than we are.
She's in the future.
Yes.
She should be giving me stock tips so I can win.
Like
Johnny never does that either.
Like says he goes commando. He don't wear no underwears.
There you go. Just let that thing frickin' swing around, baby.
Johnny Sorensen says Banned Butt Mountain is different in person than the tourist brochure. I bet. When your mom comes home and finds your report card.
Yeah.
Time for an ass whooping.
Right. That's fun.
You guys are with it. Yeah, we sure are.
I think she meant to say worth it.
Celery. When you have that sudden urge to bite into water with hair in it.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of celery, to be honest with you.
We call it going cowboy, but commando is acceptable. I didn't know cowboys didn't wear their drawers either. I guess it gets hot and sweaty out there on the plain. After defeating Skeletor, He-Man retired to a trailer park in Florida where he enjoys Keystone Light and rolling his own smokes.
Poor He-Man. He's seen better days.
Time to open a can of whoop ass.
I wonder if He-Man's got a meth lab in that trailer park there.
Oh no. Jonezer knows what she's trying to say.
It's worth it.
Jonezer speaks Mary Eve.
I speak Canadian. Eh?
Hey. I go to bed whenever some days. Some early, some days I just can't sleep. Yeah. That's a good one. When it comes crashing down and it hurts inside, that's when you go to bed. That's either He-Man or Drunk Thor, says Toys of a Time Gone By. It looks more like He-Man to me. It's the haircut that gets.
You got that wrong there, Bill. It's when it comes crashing down and it hurts inside. Bang, 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 bang. That's what he means there.
Thank you, Jonezer. That's why I have you as my co-host. He asked why the house isn't clean since I'm home all day, and I asked why we aren't rich since he works all day. She got us on that one, folks.
That reminds me of another one I saw where it shows a guy and he says, "Honey, why do you keep watching all these cooking shows? You still can't cook." And she says, "Why you watch all this porn? You still can't fuck."
Oh, burn. Hey, man. When the hand gets lost and it hurts inside.
It does hurt inside.
Maybe if she worked, they might be rich, says Toys with Time Gone By. Help!
Yeah.
We
Go
go.
freaking OnlyFans like all the other chicks out there. You freaking spend $4.99 a month and look at her butthole.
Wrestlers in 1999 and pro wrestlers in 2024.
Pretty much. You know, I mean, that's basically it right there. Back when I was a kid, they looked like action figures and they were larger than life. Now they look like they work the night shift at the freaking Safeway.
I've got to admit, Big Papa Pump was a genetic freak. My God, look at him.
Yeah, no, he was probably a big, even comparably from that time. But I mean, even if you go to like look at like Dustin Reynolds or Goldust, if you will, Goldust was never big and cut, but he was also what, like 6'4" or 6'5", and he, you know what I mean? He was a monster of a man compared to what you have nowadays.
My chat just went away. There it went. It's back. All right, go. Gilly could probably do some backgrounds for you. Okay. Now we've watched Big Papa Pump's workout video, haven't we, Jonezer? We know how he works out. So
Yeah, that was wild.
bacon is actually the second reason that I'm not a vegan. I'm not a moron is the first reason.
I mean, I could sit here and eat grass and rabbit shit.
Rabbit shit.
Or whatever they eat. I don't know what vegans eat.
No, that's too much. No, like that. Wrestlers used to come wrestle at the local high school, and Bruno Sammartino was huge when I saw him as a child.
I met Hawk and Animal at an Arby's. They were doing I don't know why they were doing an autograph signing at an Arby's, but they were.
Oh, they were hungry.
I met Hawk and Animal, the Legion of Doom, and they're not tall. I was taller than them, but you could have put a beer can on that dude's chest.
Vegans eat chemicals. My response to anything work related at this point sounds like an after Labor Day problem.
Yeah. Or an on Labor Day problem if you're me.
Now, I hope that doesn't happen to you because we've got an interview on Monday.
Guess we'll see. I haven't heard anything yet.
That moment when you eat something really spicy.
Not me. I'm just kind of like, you got anything hotter?
Johnny Sorensen, vegan restaurants serve quality hot air.
Diet water. I'll give you some diet water.
Lag says OBS is absolutely correct. Vegans do eat chemicals.
Not at my work. We're all organic.
Yeah, even when the caterpillars are in the peas.
That's organic too.
Is he Violet from Willy Wonka? Why parents don't post second day of school pictures?
Get in the car, you little bastard. You're going to school. I don't care if you like it or not.
How to freak out your dinner guests. Roast chicken splayed open. Insert some crab claws and stick a sausage tail on the end.
Nice. I'd eat it.
I'd do this if I could. It'd be funny to watch their faces as I brought this out of the oven and started eating.
All right.
Lack says he knows 2 or 3 people that are vegan and their skin is green now.
My dad's vegan, and my dad, in my opinion, he looks way too skinny. And you know, but he's not like super strict vegan. Like he'll have a freaking something if he wants it.
We got OBS saying that's freaky cool. last night we read the Connor from the Alias for Alien ABC book, so right up in there with it. Bjorn is doing minor plastic surgery. Bjorn is a figure doctor, so he's working on action figures. Roasted face
Toy
over.
customizing.
What kind of toll is this anyway?
I can't read it.
Virginia, 3 MILFs in 4 minutes.
Oh, I'm on my way.
Bjorn says he specializes in right hands.
Yeah, if he can make me a Colossus hand that fit him, I'd be a happy camper.
Mom, can I sleep with you tonight? I'm very scared. No, sweetie. I can't risk having the monster following you into my room and killing me.
Hush, little baby, don't say a word. And never mind that noise you heard.
They call Bjorn a doctor, but he's unlicensed, says Johnny Sorn.
Oh, he has a license.
I have a license, says Bjorn. Yeah, he has a license.
I do know Lack does a lot of customs. I've seen some of the ones he paints and whatnot, and you especially your painted spaceship figures, Lack. You do a really good job.
I like the ones that were like had space camouflage on them.
Bjorn must have a 3D printer.
I think he does. How to be an adult. Pay your bills, don't do meth, eat bacon.
I love it. I do all three of those things.
It's just a hand under your bed, in your closet, in your head.
He gets me.
I'm doing another space camo one soon. Cool, Lack. Put it on your channel. We'll watch it.
Wait, see it.
Nightwing. Hey, Bills and Jonezer, let's do this.
I see you, Nightwing.
And Lack does commissions for your information, folks. These are the rules for life, Bjorn. You're correct, sir. Management. If you decide to take your vacation days, you'll be leaving us all extremely short. Me. That sounds awful. Best of luck.
No one ever cares when I'm left shorthanded. I always get a cup of figure it out. That's why we're paying you.
Oh, we're getting close to the end here. When you haven't slept in 3 days, but coffee and metal are keeping you alive.
And there.
Hey, John, what's happening? We got a special video coming up for John tonight. He's been working overtime, sending me music videos and music for me to make videos with, let's just say. And finally, Jonezer, I put this one in here just for you, sir. It's me, Jonezer. It was me all along.
It's me, Austin. It was me all along. Yeah.
Vince McMahon, Jonezer, he's been doing this to you all along.
Oh, I thought that was you confessing.
Nope, not I.
Not yet, anyway. Okay.
Well, that takes care of memes of the week. All right, all Austin. Hey, yep. So here we go. We'll get back into other things here, I guess. I'm not going to play it out like I used.
I'll do it for you. It's memes of the week. Insert picture of pregnant Leia with Luke Skywalker. Memes of the week.
Here we go. All right. And OBS is giving us a standing ovation here. Here. And thank you once again to the member chat over on Instagram who worked overtime on producing these. You can thank Manic Plastic for the Vince McMahon meme there at the end. He posted it, but he couldn't put your name on it because he didn't know how. So I took it and did that for him.
I seen it in the chat. I was gonna comment on that, and then I got busy doing something else, and I forgot. You ever forget? It happened to me.
Now, if you saw me underneath there, I can take care of that for you.
Yeah, I knew I'd see that sucker later, and I did.
Yeah. The sound of one lost hand clapping. Where's Big Mike? Well, he was here earlier. He may have gotten tired and had to hit the sack, All right. Are you ready for a comment corner? Are you prepared for a comment corner?
No, and I'm ready.
All right. There we go. Smash that like, everybody, says Mr. DJ Longhair.
Jonezer Comic Corner. It's Jonezer Comic Corner. It's Jonezer Comic Corner. It's Jonezer Comic Corner.
So let's do this. What's up, folks, comic book fans and fans of the weird, fantastical toy adventures? It's your buddy Jonezer here to look at some freaking paper goodness. Now, I've got in front of me my most recent purchases and a big book I'd like to show off here a little bit. So we'll go flip through the stuff I just recently purchased. I may have spoken about some of it on a previous show here, but we didn't dig deep. But I bought a book through Instagram, one that I was really, really hoping to get, Punisher War Journal #1. And I'll have to link this fella, or get him out there, because this is a very nice guy. He sent me 2 freebies with my book, which is pretty cool. I mean, I didn't ask for these. He just threw them in there with it, and then he sent me the book I bought, which was, Punisher War Journal #1. Very, very cool book. I was very proud to have it and own it, and I was very happy. And I went to my little box of my personal collection, and I went in there to pee, and then the next thing I knew, I had Punisher War Journal #1 already in there. So I guess first world problems. My comic collection's better than I thought it was, and I bought a book I already had. So that was kind of stupid, but that's kind of how my life goes lately, is just kind of just stupid things like that. But then I went to the old comic book store, and locally to me, I'm local to La Crosse, Wisconsin. So I go to River City Hobbies, and I get my comics there. There's only one book I'm reading right now. Two points to anybody in the chat that can name the one current comic book I'm reading.
Batman.
Let's see if anyone can guess it. Nope.
X-Men.
Nope. But picked up this. It's a reprint, obviously, but this is the first appearance of the Batmobile.
Ooh.
It's a reprint. I haven't read it yet, but very cool book. And the last time we were in here, old Lax Sivrak asked me if I had Lack got it right. It's Dick Tracy. That's the only current book I'm reading right now. But he Lack had asked me if I had a Hulk 180 or a Hulk 181. Well, I have a Hulk 181 reprint and an original, and now I have a Hulk 180 reprint, which will be a good little placeholder if I ever am lucky enough to find an original that I can afford. And here we are. Ding, 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 ding. Lack was correct. This is the only comic book I am currently reading. I am not reading anything new. I'm just picking up back issues if I go at all. I have to say this is an awesome story. It's all the way up to issue 4. I think it goes at least issue 5 or 6. I'm not sure. The lady at the comic book store didn't know either. But I'm enjoying the read. It's good stuff. So those are my recent comic book purchases. Now one more thing to show off, and then we could probably close this baby out. But this is something Bill was talking about, your DC art book or what have you.
Yeah, the style guide that's coming out in September.
Being you're a big DC guy, and I thought you would appreciate this of all people. I'd gotten this years ago, and this is the definitive guide to the characters of the DC universe, updated and expanded. This is the DC Comics Encyclopedia.
Okay.
This sucker's thick, you know, and you can literally look up most characters. I think this was printed in 2008, so it's probably a little outdated. But you could look up Superman, Batman, whomever, and it would give you, you know, notable. Like here, I just went to a random page, and here we got Kanjar Row, Calabac, Commandy. And you can read up on all these characters. But what I always liked about books like this,
impressive, most impressive.
Well, what I always liked about books like this is you kind of get like a little bit of like insider knowledge or secret knowledge, like stuff that other people don't know. You know, like obviously like characters like Batman, he's like 3 or 4 pages. You know, and Superman would be like 3 or 4 pages because they've had a long, rich history. But they touch on like everything, you know, the Hush, your Return of Jason Todd, Infinite Earths, Origin. So, very, very cool book. I think my sister might have got me this for a Christmas present or something like that. And yeah, so DC Comics Encyclopedia. I recommend
Ross. Is that Alex Ross's art on the cover there?
It surely is. And yeah, even on the back cover there, got a great picture of Captain Cold and the Flash, and I think there's Solomon Grundy back there, and Robin, and Green Hornet or Green Arrow, or Green Arrow and Green Lantern.
Toys of a Time Gone By was looking at that reprint that you had up there and said he saw the $3.99 on the reprint. What's the original price on that? And
oh God, I want to say it was probably like 60 cents or 70 cents, 60 or 70 cents, I would guess. I want to say the book came out in 75.
Then it was probably either 25 cents or I think it's 25 cents.
Yeah, something like that. I'm not sure. Yeah, 25 cents sounds right. I'd have to look. I have a 181, but I forgot what the original.
Right. Toys of Time Go By once again says, I have a Marvel Book of the Dead. Have you heard of that? It tells you about the characters that were killed off.
So who do they have in there? Like Uncle Ben and
Uncle Ben, because everybody else is back alive again, right?
Uncle Ben and Captain Marvel. I don't know who else.
Marvel, the Marvel Captain Marvel.
Yeah, he never came back, or did he?
I don't know if he did, but I want to say he didn't. They gave him the cancer and let him just go straight away, right?
Yeah, they gave him a send-off and everything. I remember having the book. Yeah, let us know who was in the Dead book, because maybe the character. Think of anybody that dies and stays died, you know, except maybe like Batman parents and Uncle Ben.
Is the 90s Dick Tracy movie any good, says Bjorn? Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I liked it, especially for what it is. Very comic book-esque. It's very visually that movie is stunning. The colors pop, the scenery pops. It's kind of shot like a musical comedy almost, but it still has that Dick Tracy grit and violence in it. Yeah, I think it's an excellent movie. And if you don't know the spoiler in the end, you'd be shocked at the ending.
And they actually did that and shocked those of us who knew that well. So,
right. Yeah, I watched that with my kids, and my kids didn't know the spoiler. And when they got to that moment in the movie, both my kids were like, "What?" So it's very well done. And I won't spoil it here, even though it's been spoiled all over the world. It's a 30-year-old spoiler. So is it a spoiler anymore at this point?
Amazing cast.
Yes.
Watch.
In fact, I'm sorry, Bill, go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying, like Civrek says, it's a must watch.
Yeah, I would even say, Lack, you was talking on the cast, and I was telling Bill this earlier. I've watched that movie about 1,000,000 times, and I've known it my whole life. I never knew that Captain O'Hara was Texie Garcia in the Dick Tracy movie. Because she's literally like 2 scenes in the movie. I don't even think she speaks a word or anyone speaks to her, and yet she's there. Same with Kathy Bates is the court stenographer when Mumbles is giving his statement and she's trying to type the statement, and I don't think she even has a word in the movie, and she's in it. So yeah, even the characters that just walk by and don't say anything are all stellar actors.
Screw Your Feelings has joined us tonight. He says they bring back Miles's mom, but Uncle Ben will always be gone. Hello in headlocks, everybody.
Yeah, that's wild. And I don't know much about Miles Morales, but I did know my son caught me up because I played the video game, the PlayStation 4 Spider-Man video game. And in the video game, they flipped it that Miles Morales' mom lives and his dad is the one that is killed. But I guess in the comics, it was the other way. The dad lives and the mom dies. And so I'm wondering why they flipped it in the video game.
I don't know. Bjorn says he knows what the twist is, so you don't have to.
I don't have to spare him.
And Lack says that was one of the most expensive figures. Also, $3,500 to $5,000. I can feel the angst coming off of you, Jonezer. I don't know if you get into that or not.
Because he threw it out there, I think really quickly I'm going to. Lack, you are correct. That's a $3,500 to $5,000 figure carded. Off the card, that can be $800-900, $1,200 if you're lucky. I actually have a blank story that happened to me just today. I was searching through Macari, and I saw a carded blank figure on there, and the bubble was separated. The glue was separated from the card, and so they had it heavily discounted, and they had it for $500. And I thought, holy crap, that is a good price for that. And I was probably going to open it anyway, so I was like, hey. So I looked and went, okay, it's $500. That's not something you can just go buy. So yeah, stars in my eyes and a holy grail figure I've always wanted. So I checked my banking. I looked to see if the credit card could absorb this. Him and Han and my wife happens to come by, and I said, "Baby, look at this action figure here, like $3,000-4,000." And she's like, "So you want to buy it?" And I said, "Yeah, I want to buy it." And she's like, basically, buy the little toy, honey. But she also said, I'd just be careful because at that price, that sounds too good to be true. It's probably a scam. So I send an offer, and I'm waiting to see if my offer will be accepted. And in the meantime, as I'm watching the listing, I see people writing scam, scammer, scam, buyer beware, do not buy this, scam, scammer. And I go, uh-oh, what's going on here? So I message one of these people calling out scam, and the guy catches me up and says, this is a common scam. The picture is used from an old eBay sale. This person comes on here once in a while and puts this up. And basically they're hoping some fool will send him an offer and he'll accept the best offer, which I just did. And how Macari works, I guess, is Macari will hold the money until the item's delivered and you give the feedback and whatnot. But if they accept the best offer, Macari will give the buyer good feedback right away. As soon as the thing says delivered, bang, he gets your money. And then you're, so I've got my money out there. And I'm like, God, what can I do? And the guy I was messaging was like, hey, dude, just block the seller. And then the bid won't go through. It'll be retracted or he can't get it. And so I did that. And I felt stupid because I'm smarter than this. And so this actually bothered me. And I was actually like upset, like, you know, like, oh my God, like, how can I be this dumb? And sure enough, as I was talking to the guy and we were watching it, I saw my offer got rejected and it got sold. Somebody bought it for $350. Yes, sir.
I have a feeling that you fell into the same trap that a lot of us fall into. You see something like that and you go temporarily insane.
I'm going to have to agree, Bill, because I just thought, oh my God, this is such a good price and this is such a rare find and you almost never see them come up. And I got to jump on this now. I may never have one, right? Which I've lived my whole life not having one. But I think most people, and Lack can probably vouch for me, when we were young and this line came out, a lot of us spent a lot of time digging through the cards trying to find that blank figure. That blank's been a holy grail quest for most Dick Tracy fans because unless he lived in Canada, he was not out there. And by the time he was made available in Canada, the line of the enthusiasm had died, and I think they were all dumped off at a Sears in Canada and forgotten. And that's why the figure is such a grail. But I'm happy my money was saved and I was not got. I'm a little sad that somebody out there in the community probably did just get got. And I hope there's a horrible place in hell for people who do this.
Yeah,
because
I'm sure
you're
there
killing
is.
somebody's dreams.
Black says they went to Mexico as well as Canada. He thinks.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah, and the blank was held back because it spoiled the movie. That's right.
Yeah, and they even if you read the Max Allan Collins book adaptation for the movie, they get to the moment in the movie and they told Max Allan Collins, you cannot spoil the movie. You can write the book and you do the book, but you can't. So at the end of the friggin' book, the blank shot and the mask comes off and everybody gasps and they never tell you who it is.
Reminds me of the old comic book covers. You see the shadow and you see the just the person's face. Oh my God, it's you.
Yeah, and they never reveal it. And Max Allan Collins was pissed that they wouldn't let him write it in there because he's like, what harm would it do? Someone's gonna actually have to read this whole book to get that, but which spoils every other scene in the movie. So why not, And but anyway, I guess a coloring book went out and got through that had it. And so he went and came to Disney, Touchstone, whoever his bosses were, and said, well, look at this. How'd this get out there? But the toy had the same spoiler. You could take the mask off the blank and it would reveal who it was.
Johnny tells us that there's a 10th circle of hell under construction for those folks. So
I agree because you're killing someone's dreams or their joy. You know what I mean? Like Bill was talking about that he was Cyborg.
Yeah,
was your grail figure. Now, could you imagine, Bill, you said and saved for that money to throw at this thing. You got it out there. Someone got your money and you don't get your figure.
It would have hurt. I would have felt like an idiot too, but yeah. All right, Bjorn, you take care, man. I know you got to get on and go to bed, but I'm glad you were here for it tonight. You got to see some of the fun from earlier.
Appreciate you, Bjorn.
Or was it unpunched?
It was unpunched. It was unpunched, but the glue was separated from the bubble to the card, so it was floating.
It was a picture from a previously sold item on eBay that he had sold a picture of.
Yes, I do not believe this seller ever actually had this figure.
Like says it's on eBay right now.
It is, but for friggin' $5,000 or $3,000 or whatever. They also sell custom ones that are bootlegs or not real. Is the top left-hand corner? I bet you the guy he just sold it on Macari and now he's got it listed on eBay.
Look what just happened.
That's the one. Top left-hand corner. That's the one.
Sean has been sitting back there just lurking, and suddenly he pops in here and gives Lax Sivarak a membership to the channel. Sean has gifted a membership.
Yeah, this one's probably real. The one where they're asking $2,000 for this figure. That's the eBay picture the guy stole. Yes, that's the one. I'm looking at it right now.
Welcome, Lax Sivarak, to Weird Fantastic Toys membership here. You now have access to all of the goodies, courtesy of Sean. And All Music Fan 88 says favoritism. Just kidding. Thank you, Sean. Thank you. You know it, Jeff. He's favoriting Lax Sivarak. Go. So
that was awesome of you, Sean, to do that.
Very nice. Very nice. A nice.
Yeah. That listing Lack found on eBay, that's the legit listing. The guy from Macari, he stole the pictures of that listing.
Okay. So that is the listing that he took the picture from, with the exact picture.
Yes.
Probably, yeah. All right.
Yeah,
so
it is.
Very exciting tonight. Very exciting tonight. Thank you, Sean, for coming in and doing that, man. And thank you for visiting us, Sean. I'm everyone's favorite. You can't blame anybody. Yeah, you're right up there in the top there, Lex, right? Wise guy. All right.
You could probably take me out of the comic shop there, Bill.
All right. Well, we'll go back into the guest scene here, and let's see. 2,400 is steep for a bubble separation, says Lack.
It is. You could pay another $500 and get one that's not.
And Perry Platypus has joined us. He joined us a little earlier. I was waving at him when he came in. He says, has anyone read the new Johnny Quest comic? It's great.
That sounds like it would be good. I always liked the old show, the old cartoon.
Sean says, it's good to be here. Mike says you run a good stream, so I thought I'd come check you out. Thanks. Thanks, Mike, for shouting me out on your live today and telling everybody to come in. He shouted you out as well, Jonezer. So don't feel left out there.
Oh, like Sean's been here before, right?
Yeah, well, we're playing a game here, Jonezer. Play along.
Oh, okay.
Johnny says some of those toys and comics command high prices.
They do, especially rare ones that are hard to find. You know, the blank is definitely one of those type figures. Cyborg would be a good example of that, of the Superpowers line. Scareglow would be that for the vintage He-Man line, you know, or Laser Light, He-Man and Skeletor. I'm sure that TMNT has its grails too. I think I've seen that Krang and the body go for a pretty good price. Every toy line probably has one, especially a vintage toy line. I don't know what G.I. Joe's would be, but they'll have that one character that everybody wants. It's spendy.
The issue of G.I. Joe, I've got it, but I don't know what kind of shape it's in, is that the silent issue. That was the greatest issue of G.I. Joe ever. It was the introduction to Storm Shadow. and Storm Shadow and Snake Eyes fight, and nary a word. Balloon 1 appears in it.
Mexican Bandito Mikey. I knew someone would know.
I would love to see a Cyborg in the new Superpowers line, but they need to do it in Vac Metal too. I agree there, but you know he won't.
No, I don't think he would either. I think you're going to see one very Teen Titan-esque, or maybe even like the Superpowers TV show.
I would think that if McFarlane does a Cyborg figure, it'll look more like the movie Cyborg, what he looked like in the comics. And Figuratively Speaking says he likes Dynamite comics and what they're doing right now.
Are they the ones doing like the toony stuff, like the Simpsons and
I'm not sure, but I do know that Dynamite is they'll take an old obscure, well, not necessarily obscure, but a character that just hasn't been around in a while, like Lone Ranger or Phantom.
Yeah, I think they have Voltron, if I'm not mistaken.
And they do it's excellent art and it's excellent writing. Sometimes they don't go anywhere with them because people don't pick them up, but if you do pick them up, they're good reads. Yeah, he would be gray instead of silver.
I would like to see him in that kind of dark blue or light blue, like and gray, like he was in the Teen Titan cartoon. I think that would be a nice change of pace.
Are you talking about the little anime looking cartoon that they did?
Yeah, I would like that color scheme and that look to him. Cool. I think that would be cool.
Well, all right, folks. I think we're finally at the point where we can get some music and fun in, and we have a special treat for you guys. And John, you're here for it too. Good. John has been very busy. He's got a band over there called Eternal Darkness that he's been working with, and they have been producing music for me, and I've been making videos for them. So we've got a new music video. And before we get to it, Teen Titans gets more hate than it deserves, says Sean. No, actually, the Teen Titan cartoon was good. I watched all of them. I did not like when they kidded it down a little bit more. I liked it better the first few seasons of that.
The first go around I enjoyed more, but the kid it down one kind of had its moments. I don't know, there were some funny episodes of that.
Yeah, it changed Brainiac too. Yeah. All right, well let's get in some music and fun. I'm sure Joneser's ready to take a little break too, because I know I am. I've been drinking way too much coffee, but you guys enjoy this brand new video by John Wesby and the Eternal Darkness.
Darkness falling all around, whispers heard in every town, creeping from the shadows and rise now, Snakeman, once again. Skies glow dark with every breath, Eternia faced with its death. Warriors brave stand tall and mean against the serpents, the unseen. Rise of the Snake Man, Eternia send, fighting the shadows will we defend. Rise of the Snake Man, Eternia send, fighting the shadows will we defend. Legends told of ancient might, heroes ready for the fight. Serpent eyes that glow at night, hold your ground, don't lose your sight. Steel and magic clash in air, hope is fading, feel the stare. From the depths they do arise, face the dark, don't close your eyes. Eternia cries out loud, shadows grow with every cloud. Will the heroes make a stand, save the last of their homeland? night. Heroes ready for the fight. Serpent eyes that glow at night. Hold your ground, don't lose your sight. Steel and magic clashed in air. Hope is fading, feel the stare. From the depths they do arise. Face the dark, don't close your eyes. Turn your cries out loud. Shadows grow with every cloud. Will the heroes make your stand? Save the last of their homeland. Turn your cries out loud. Shadows grow with every cloud. Will the heroes make your stand? Save the last of their homeland.
Skeletor so bold, so cruel. Evil in shadows dark. Pick a rock and clash like fools. Power plays ignite the spark. Evil was it all. Skeletor dreams so grand. Time to make him and fall. The lens got her own command. Battle for eternity reigns. Might and magic clashing kings. Who will rule? Who will win? When the chaos reigns within. Skeletor so bold, so cruel. Evil in shadows dark. Pick a rock and clash like fools. Power plays ignite the spark. Evil wants it all. Evil wants it all. Spell it all. Wants it all. Evil wants it all. Skeletor treats the grand. Battle for eternity reigns. Light and magic clashing kings. Who will rule? Who will win? When the chaos reigns within. Skeletor seems so sly. Evil in with her own plans. In the shadows she will lie. Wants the power in her hands. Night falls on their dark domain. Steaming hearts and endless pain. Trust is broken, words like knives. Both want more than just their lives. Battle for eternity reigns. Light and magic clashing kings. Who will rule? Who will win? When the chaos reigns within. Night falls on their dark domain. Steaming hearts and endless pain. Trust is broken, words like knives. Both want more than just their lives. And battle for the rise. Light and magic clashing kings. Who will rule? Who will win? When the chaos reigns within.
Shadows fall in dark, whispers in the mist, thunder from afar. Evil can't resist, marching in the night. Heartbeats turning cold, crowd, faces full of hate, steps that shake the ground, heading to their fate. Darkness taking hold, courage starts to fade, but the legend fight, evil's grim parade. Rise, 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 evil horde tonight. Fight, 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 under blood-red skies.
In the dens of old Loch Lomond, mid the moor and heather tall, there strayed a lass named Dolly. With her pipe she could enthrall. She played a tune so haunting that the thistle bowed in grace. Her music told of heroes and of wretched Skeletor's embrace. He-Man needed saving in the shadows of Snake Mountain. Evil lurked and whispered near Skeletor's dark fountain. Down from skies came Zodak with wisdomation primal. Together they sought Ali, her bagpipes deemed essential. Ali the piper, hear her calling through the night. When Zodak she is blazing, her melody the light. To the aid of He-Man, her music's fierce and grand. Skeletor's bones are trembling within Eternia's land. Through the mists and ancient forests, under tartan skies of fire, marched Ali with her bagpipes, her heart a roaring pyre. Her notes to dance with spirits, from the isle sky to glide. Every monster in the dark would tremble then and hide. Zodak raised an astral hand, guiding through the fear. He-Man took up his sword and light the path made clear. Songs of war and legends, sculling in the echoes cheer. The power of Ali's piping vanquished folded sneers. Ali the piper, hear her calling through the night. When Zodak she is blazing, her melody the light. To the aid of He-Man, her music's fierce and grand. Skeletor's bones are trembling within Eternia's land. Trembling within Eternia's land.
It's time for another history lesson. Over the top and amid the carnage and confusion of no man's land stepped the Highland Regimental Bagpipers, screaming out the charge. It was the most awful music to be heard by men who have the Highlanders against them, and with fixed bayonets and hand grenades they stormed the German trenches. This is the story of the Bagpipers of World War I, the Ladies from Hell, nicknamed Die Damen aus der Hölle. Ladies from Hell by German soldiers for their distinctive tartan kilts and unparalleled bravery, the Pipers from the Black Watch, the 3rd Battalion, Royal Regiment of Scotland, garnered a fearsome reputation on the battlefields of World War I. Standing in full view of German soldiers, oftentimes armed with only their bagpipes, pipers were the first over the top, acting as a clarion call for British troops to keep moving. The sound of the bagpipes would spread terror among the German troops. When one lady from Hell fell, miraculously, another piper would seemingly arise out of the trenches to take his place. The wailing of the pipers served to rouse the troops, but it came at a great cost. An easy target for the Germans, of the 2,500 pipers who served during the Great War. An estimated 500 were killed, while another 600 were wounded.
We are back. And Lack has gone to bed, and Sean has gone to wherever he goes to as well. So good night, guys. But we're still here.
To Supernet. He goes to Super Nintendo.
There you go.
When he leaves here.
And we're still here though, and I am up for requests if you guys want to give me any, but I do have another set of music and fun set up for us right now, and we can get to that in just a second. And Mike saying good night to Lack. So apparently we were disgusted by the snakes, but we liked the music. Is that correct there, Jonesy?
I'm sick of all these mullet and snakes on this mullet and plane.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I the Snake Men are cool. They have a good look to them. It's a neat faction. In the original concept of the original mini comic, which is where my head canon tends to go for most Motu, Skeletor and King Hiss were working together with the few snake men they had. They didn't have like a zillion of them then. And each one was planning on betraying the other when the time came right. And Cobra Khan was the spy that Skeletor sent over to the other side to think on them for him. And it's left to different interpretations whether Cobra Khan's loyalty lied with Skeletor or Hiss. They've gone either way on that. They have a cool look. They're a neat faction. I was more a Horde guy because to me, the Snake Men in that mini comic concept was just Skeletor's group growing. Whereas I think in the 2002 show, they were a separate faction, more like the Horde, where it was there was the He-Man group, the Skeletor group, the Snake Men group, which was more like how the original Horde was portrayed in the mini comics.
Mm-hmm. I've got a request for shipping up to Attorney. I'm taking care of that right now for you. OBS says, I like the snake one, good beat. And Gilster.
With the collection of Boba Hicks being shown in that was really cool to really make that work.
Yeah, that was Boba Hicks's collection there. I think I shouted that out in the chat and put it on the screen. I forgot to mention that. Thank you for reminding me again there, Jonezer. Yeah, that video does feature the collection of Boba Hicks. That is correct.
Briscoe, good to see you. Ain't seen you in a while.
Yeah, Briscoe 1234 here and with us tonight. Yeah, good to see you, man. And everybody saying good night to the Gilly. He's gone to bed. So yeah.
Good night, Gilly.
Good to have you here, sir. I'm glad you could come in and join us for a little while. You stayed a pretty good while with us. So we had an interview with Larry King, between Jonezer and Larry King, that we found on the internet here recently.
What a bunch of nonsense. Did we find it? Or people are leaving little freaking breadcrumb trail. Here, look at me. Look at me. Look at me. I know how to make a fake YouTube and work OBS and edit crap. Look at me.
Yeah.
Look at this, buddy. Look at this.
However, we both had to admit that the video was humorous and it was very well put together.
That was funny as hell.
And Briscoe says it's good to see you guys as well. Yes, sir, man. Yes, sir. And figurative speaking, shouting out Briscoe there. Good. I do have a second set of music and fun set up, and I did put your request in there, OBS. I will be more than happy to play that for you, Dark. She's been here since the very beginning with us, so it's good to have her hanging out here with us. So,
you know, Bill, we're not supposed to play favorites with the chat. I'm supposed to love all of our fans and people equally, but I'm gonna tell you a little secret. OBS is my favorite.
Well, you know what we used to say in the motorcycle club? We used to say we love all of our brothers, but we love some brothers more than we love others.
You know why she's my favorite? I have a very selfish reason for saying that.
Okay.
She sent me comic books.
She did, didn't she? She sent me toys.
Yep. She sent me comic books, and that is the key to my heart. Not to make trolling little freaking hand videos. Send me comic books, and I will like you.
What if the troll is someone who is close enough to you to have sent you some gifts like that?
No, it's probably because it's you.
Ain't me.
I don't know. Well, I know it's a friend that's having a little fun with me, and that's cool because I'm probably making a pretty soft target here. That's all right too, you know. But yeah, whatever. Like Liam Neeson says, I will find you.
I don't know if they said it in that show or not. I never watched much of that. I was living that. I didn't have to watch it.
Oh, Taken.
I was
like
the
Deadpool's.
I love all my
the Sons
brothers,
of
but I love
Anarchy.
some more than others. Is what he's talking about.
I've never watched that. I know a lot of people were into that. I never watched that. I had let's call them motorcycle enthusiasts that were close in my family. So I don't want to say I lived that, but I was definitely very aware of that kind of life, and it was not. I feel like I can say I'm not a fan. I can't say I'm not a fan. I never watched it.
Okay, let's make a realistic show about a man in a motorcycle club. It'd probably be the most boring show you ever watched. Man,
You know what? No. You remember the Renegade, Lorenzo Lamas, USA? That was a kick-ass show. Renegade.
Right, well, I'm just saying, let's make a realistic show about a man in a motorcycle club. It would put people to sleep because man gets up in the morning at 4 a.m. and goes and works his ass off all day long, rides his motorcycle back home, goes to bed.
No, Bill, you got this all wrong. They got to sell drugs and murder each other.
On Friday, man goes to bar and hangs out with his brothers and then goes home. That's the fucking show right there. Renegade was great, says Perry Platypus.
Damn right. Renegade was great.
You ready for that second set of music and fun, or you want to hang out and chat some more? You guys let me know down there in the chat.
Music.
I think Jonezer wants some more music.
Fun.
What could I be playing next? You have to wonder to yourself. Well, we know that there's been one request, but I've already got a set up. I can change it around, but if you don't say anything here within the next few seconds, I'm gonna go ahead and start it up because we're getting really close to the end here, folks, and we've had a great show tonight. And Mary wants some music. I knew I was going to get some kind of response out of Mary. I just knew that. Thank you.
I wouldn't mind hearing some of the old favorites, the Angie Baby and The Time Is Now and the that kind of stuff. That wouldn't hurt my feelings. But
now it's like I might need to make a third set of music and fun just for you to get some old time favorites. But I've already got this set already set up, so I'm going to get it going here, and we'll see what happens after that's over with. How about that, Jonesy?
Works for me.
And figuratively speaking, calling out the Highlander TV series, he liked that.
That was awesome. I think I like the TV series more than I like the movies, and I liked the movies.
Yeah, my wife was a big fan of the Highlander television show when it was on television.
Oh,
look at that!
I think Mary gets to pick whatever song she wants at this point.
Oh, what's going to happen? What's going to happen now, folks, is as this next list plays, I'm going to fill up a new list of music and fun. I know that Jonezer wants some old favorites like Angie Baby in there, and Mary probably likes Angie Baby too, but she can pick anything she wants from the music and fun list. As a matter of 100%. Fact, let's go ahead and put that up just real quick. Now, some of the newer stuff's not on here yet, but I do have all this stuff here. Mary would like Angie 10 times, says All Music Fan 88. But there is everything that we have except for the most newest stuff. So, and she says, Bill,
What's this
mine.
Jonezer's missing hand bull crap? How much do I gotta pay you to take that abomination out of there?
Oh, there's no amount of money that will allow that to happen. That one's going to be on there.
You think so? You know what? I got a friend there, the $1 Million Man. So everybody has a price, buddy. Everybody. even you.
We'll see. All right, here we go, folks. Music and fun while you guys ponder the list. And Mary, if it's Angie Baby, I'll probably have it on the next set.
Hail to the king, baby. sit on the floor. Action figures him no more. Crawling low, he has to find, bumping all with his behind. On his knees he starts to roam, hairy ass in every home. Looking round and spinning there, blood-like figure in the air. Jones has lost the plastic hand, wallowing on the ground. Jones's ass like superhero, gravity unbound. Living room, a battlefield, all the toys that he concealed. Hunting down the piece of plastic, it's a fight so fantastic. Cracks and under chairs, Jonezer dies without a care. This is now his only mission, find the hand with no omission. Jones has lost the plastic hand, wallowing on the ground. Jones's ass like superhero, gravity unbound. Is now his only mission, find the hand with no omission. Gravity unbound. Living room, a battlefield, all the toys that he concealed. Hunting down the piece of plastic, it's a fight so fantastic. In the cracks and under chairs, Jonezer dies without a care. This is now his only mission, find the hand with no omission. Gravity unbound.
Damn Colossus hand is nowhere.
It is. And you know what? I'm tired of talking about it.
Oh, he's drunk. What is he? The carpet monster's real. I've got carpet down here in the studio, and yeah, it I've lost a thing or two in my day as well, John. Don't feel bad.
Oh, it'll turn up. It's here somewhere.
All right, it is past time, but I've got one more set of music and fun to do, Jonezer, and I've got your requests in there. I've got requests from the chat in there. This is it, folks. This is what you guys wanted, and I set it up for you guys. So we're going to get ready to do that I get that done.
Well, and you've already played the Abysmal song, so you can all be good from here.
Yeah, it's nothing but good from here on out, Jones. I guarantee. So here we go, folks. Enjoy music and fun one last time.
Ready? 2, 3. What do we do with a drunken sailor? What do we do with a drunken sailor? What do we do with a drunken sailor? Early in the morning, way hey up she rises, way hey up she rises, way hey up she rises. Early in the morning, way hey up she rises, way hey up she rises, way hey up she rises. Early in the morning.
Shave his belly with a rusty razor. Shave his belly with a rusty razor. Shave his belly with a rusty razor. Early in the morning.
Way hey up she rises, way hey up she rises, way hey up she rises. Early in the morning. Put him in a longboat till he's sober. Put him in a longboat till he's sober. Put him in a longboat till he's sober. Early in the morning. Way hey up she rises, way hey up she rises, way hey up she rises. Early in the morning. Way hey up she rises, way hey up she rises, way hey up she rises. Early in the morning.
Stick him in the scupper with a hose pipe on him. Stick him in the scupper with a hose pipe on him. Stick him in the scupper with a hose pipe on him. Early in the morning.
Way hey and up she rises, way hey and up she rises, way hey and up she rises. Early in the morning. Give him a dose of salt and water. Give him a dose of salt and water. Give him a dose of salt and water. Early in the morning. Way hey oh, way hey oh, way hey oh. Early in the morning.
That's what we do with a drunken sailor. That's what we do with a drunken sailor. That's what we do with a drunken sailor. Early in the morning.
Way up she rises, way up she rises, way up she rises. Early in the morning. Way up she rises, way up she rises, way up she rises. Early in the morning. Way up she rises, way up she rises, way up she rises. Early in the morning.
Flames are pouring from the buildings now. There's cars toppled, buildings entire, just crushed and crumbled. I'm not sure if it's safe to report from my vantage point. I really need to leave. Civil Defense has informed me that the surrounding areas are in ruin. I see some people running now. In the opinion of this reporter, if this nation, or in fact the world, ever needed heroes, that time is now. That time is now.
In the great hall of the Justice League.
like them dirty feet.
You know, I like them big old feet, but like I said in the chat, man, only problem with girls who go barefoot, man, she probably got them dirty feet and them stinky toes and you know.
Oh, jam.
Kind of gross.
Thank you, Jeff.
Maybe she needs some sandals.
Had a good time tonight, folks. Ducks are playing. Huh?
I can't imagine what her shoe size would be, Bill. What's she wearing? Like a 25F?
Kind of big. I was thinking 15.
Man, those feet are freaking bigger than her legs.
Oh, it's time, Jonezer. We went 15 minutes past the mark, but I think it was worth it. We had a great time tonight. I'm waiting with bated breath, whoever you are out there, troll friend, for part 2 of the Larry King interview, because it said it was part 1.
Well, I'm sure once you finish it and post it, Bill, we'll all be impressed.
Ain't me, dude. Good night, everyone. Good journey to you all. Remember, phone collecting and stay fantastic. See you next time right here on Weird Fantastic. Special thanks to the channel supporters. Without your help, these adventures would not be possible. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed today's adventure, please hit like, subscribe, and share the video.